Good evening, Shelley.
Good evening.
I'll say
How
good
are you?
evening because this will go out about 5 o'clock in the evening in some kind of future life.
Okay.
So I'm fine, but how are you?
Lockdown is nuts, but we're getting
Yeah.
through it. Yeah. At
So
least I
who's
have
locked down with you?
my cats. It's just
Oh,
me and the cats. That's all.
oh,
So I'm happy with it. It just gets weird every so often.
yeah. We've got two cats, and I said to Eagle, I cannot imagine living in a house with no animals.
Same here. And it's so hard to find a rental here. Oh, my, sorry. One was just trying to knock everything over next to me. Shall let you meet her.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Hello,
just the
baby.
perpetrator. Hello.
Hello, baby. Hello. So we've asked Shelley to come on Desert Island Vids to look at music, but you don't sound like you're from here, Shelley.
No, I've been in the UK for 10 years, but the accent never goes away. Never goes away. No, I grew up in the States and moved to Europe over 17 years ago, and I've been in Manchester for the last 10.
Wow. And we've met you on the circuit, but you've not been singing. So what have you been doing?
I do a video channel along with Andy, and we go around and pretty much video anybody with a guitar, I think. We're trying to document the scene and show what's happening at the gigs that we happen to get to. And I interview, gosh, I couldn't tell you how many bands. We've got over 700 videos on there, and I'm guessing I've got at least 100 interviews.
And
And
you also do photographs, don't you?
yes, I haven't done those as much since the video thing started, which I have to admit I'm really missing the photography because I've been doing that since I was a teenager.
It's
And
very different.
I'm sorry?
It's very different photographing.
It is. It really is. And when I started videoing, it was a real change in the mindset on what I'm looking for. Whereas when I was doing photography, I was looking for that 1 second that I could capture. Snap, got it. And now I'm looking at the bigger picture and trying to get more of the atmosphere and the personalities and the people, not just because the way I would do the photography was also more like almost a portraiture. I
Yeah.
wouldn't do the big fisheye lens or the whole band. I would focus on one or two people and try and get their emotion in. So that mindset had to change, which took me a while actually, but it's fun. So,
has music always been important to you, Shelley?
oh gosh, yes. In fact, when I was at university, I started there, I was 17 or something. And I went on the radio station for our university, college radio in the States. And it was a broadcast radio station, but it's where I discovered all the weird music that became my love, and I went further. And I got on the station. And I was, like I said, 17, 18, and that's carried through. In fact, I've just been recording radio shows for them because they can't go into the studio right now due to lockdown there. So they're asking for former people to come back and do some recordings, and they're playing old things that have been recorded. And it's just always been a part of my life. Back in those days, I interviewed bands which aren't punk, but are kind of household names. Slayer, Megadeth. I refused to interview with Metallica once, but that was due to a friendship. So I
So what's
kind
your
of,
first track then, Shelley?
I'm sorry?
What's your first track?
My first track has to go along with what I was just saying. And that is the Dead Kennedys. This song, when I first heard it, I just sat there and my whole mind just poof and everything. And it taught me not just you can have some amazing music, but the thought behind it, the
Right.
questioning, the politics, all of that, it just spoke to everything inside of me. And this is, yeah, we've got a bigger problem now. And the thing about it is, it's timeless. Change the names of the people in charge, and you still got the same song.
Same shit, different day.
Exactly. Timeless. We'll put it that way.
I know when it comes to the Dead Kennedys, Eagle once went into a bar with his ex-wife, and underneath his sweatshirt, he'd got a Dead Kennedys t-shirt on, and he noticed there were photographs around the walls of the Kennedy family. And so he covered it over and decided it was timing up to like try and leave, which he didn't understand, but he thought he was going to get lynched any time now.
You know the irony with the Dead Kennedys. I was so in love with them. Oh my God! They came to Cleveland, where I was living in the States, to play. I was, oh my God! Finally, I walked out on them. Jello was so obnoxious. He was picking fights with the audience, and I'm told this gig ended about 2 songs after I walked out. It was a disappointment. All that time, and no.
It just goes to show, doesn't it? If you meet your heroes, they've often got feet of clay.
Definitely. Without a doubt, I can say that, yes.
And that's good, because that means we can be heroes, because we also have feet of clay.
Exactly. We all do, actually.
Yeah.
So,
So what's your second track then, Shelley?
Incisions. And Incisions, for me, they're a young Manchester band, and they have just got the energy, energy I've lost because I'm much older than them. But it is very rare when I'm at a gig that I'm actually singing along, because I am very stoic. I've got that resting bitch face thing going. And I sing along all the time to the Incision songs. And that tells me that they've just struck something inside of me. And, I just love them.
They've struck a chord then within
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And with some of our young bands, I don't know about you, but I'm always heartened by seeing some of the young people. Because
Definitely.
for too long now, people of the younger generation have said that they're able to fight zombies, but they don't seem to be pissed off with the government that is ruining their lives.
Yeah. And these guys, they're talking about the government that's stealing their lives. And that's probably part of it, because these guys have been talking about and keeping up that tradition of the whole political, let's speak out and talk about this stuff.
So what's your third track then?
Third track is another younger band, Pizza Tramp, who are so acerbic with their lyrics and their topics and all of that. And at the same time, the most goofy, fun guys you could ever encounter. And I love the way they mix it up. And they make it so that you're laughing at the same time you're getting angry at the government or angry at society or whatever. They've got you going both ways. And it's a really nice approach to, and they've got great music, of course. So, and it's another one occasionally you'll see me singing along with, not as often.
So today I was a bit taken aback again by the Orange Führer. So you're going out to buy Domestos and a syringe.
But I was just looking to see if I had any cleaning supplies near me because
You
the,
can make it up.
no, you couldn't make it up. I mean, what the hell?
So are you in communication with people at home still in America?
Yeah.
And what's their take on the orange era?
A couple of relatives do like him.
Okay.
Any of my friends, no. None. I would say it's just a couple of relatives. Even my father, who I get a lot of my rebellion from Dad. He voted for him, but he doesn't like him.
So why would you vote for him?
He felt that it was the lesser of two evils, I think.
Okay. I think so. I mean, I'm not sure that Clinton would have been better. I think she would have probably been more coherent with linguistics.
She would
But
have
better
suggested
is
domestics.
questionable.
Yeah. I didn't like her either. And I've only voted absentee once. And before they even called, or before my vote was even counted, they called my state that I voted for, voted through. Because how it is there, it's not done on the popular vote as to who gets in. It's the Electoral College, where every state gets a certain number of Electoral College representatives. And it's a complicated mess and it doesn't work. But my last residence was in Ohio. So that's where I got to vote from, and it was against George Bush. And they called the state for him before they even counted the absentee votes. So I didn't bother, but this year I'm looking at trying to get a ballot to vote against Trump. I'd vote my cat in before Trump.
I think I'd probably vote my shoe in or something.
Yeah, I think so. Or even the litter tray mess that they leave. Yeah, I think that could do a better job. Yeah.
But you get lots of shit for not being British?
Occasionally. More often than not, it's people hear my accent and they can't understand why I've left America. It's just mind-boggling to some people, which for me, I just kind of go, why wouldn't I leave? But that's me. During the whole Brexit thing, because I'm also a Swiss citizen and living here through my Swiss citizenship, I had some issues because of that. People, that it's the whole populist thing that's happening everywhere.
It's this hatred of the other, isn't it?
Exactly. You took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah. And I think, to be honest, it's okay. To be honest, being in the scene that we're in, we're used to being surrounded by the other. So that fear is not as relevant.
You know what's shocking, though, is I've discovered the last year, really, how many right-wing, ultra-populist punks there are. And it's kind of shocking. I've been removing people left and right during certain periods when they've just come out with some of the worst racist or discriminatory or whatever junk. Okay. I have the computer sat on the cat's tree, and of course she's decided to come up and have a little scratch. Come on, Cooks. There you go.
I love it. Never work with children and animals.
Exactly. Although I've seen a tail going around your shoulder a couple of times.
Oh yeah, my babies come to say hello. They have this thing.
Yes. That's
well,
it.
Shelley, have you got anything to sell? Do you sell any of your videos, or where do you put your videos up?
We don't sell a thing. It's all on YouTube, and it's MPRV News. And we'd love it if people subscribed and watched our stuff.
So guys, get down to MPRV views. I'm hoping that was right.
That's right, on YouTube.
Because if you watch CNN or the BBC, you're going to end up with a mind like the orange person. So I suggest you just go and have a look at something more real.
Yeah.
Based on fact.
And some goofy interviews, serious interviews. You know, I've done both. Some of them are very goofy, some are very serious. Steve Ignorant was one of the most amazing interviews I've ever done. You know, he's just, generous with his time and knowledge.
He was amazing. We had a store when he performed Slice of Life in Nottingham, and his store was next to mine. And I have seldom seen somebody who leaves all of their merch, ignores it completely, and then comes back half an hour later when we've sold bits of his merch and says, "Oh, thanks." They could have nicked everything. He wasn't bothered.
No.
And he was really lovely.
He is. I've got all the time in the world for Steve. Truly do. Yeah. His was one of the more serious ones. Pizza Tramp. Any interview with Pizza Tramp or Incisions, two of the videos I did. It's goofy and a laugh, but you need that.
You do, especially in these trying times.
Oh gosh, yes, definitely. Crazy days.
So Shelley, I'll bid you adieu and love from Punk to the Homeless, and thank you for being part of Desert Island Vids. And viewers, just check out the links underneath this video because we can't incorporate them because of copyright issues. So do check them out though, because you might hear some different music that grabs you and makes a change in your life. So thank you for Shelley. And what the letters? DP?
MPRV News.
MPRV News.
What? One sec.
Okay.
The official microphone.
Oh,
I just realized it was right in front of me.
You're proper now, aren't you?
Yeah, run around, but it gets carried around in a little lipstick bag.
Oh, of course. We have to have these things, don't we?
Yes.
All right, then, my love.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you. And thank you for all that you guys are doing for the scene and for the homeless kids that you support. It's amazing to see what you're doing. So
and we'll see you on the other side.
Hope to see you at a gig soon. It's been quite a while.
It has. See you later. Bye, Shelley.
Bye.